Hey everybody, it's Christine Bertram, and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. You might have just seen Hunky Noodle Boy down there. He was cruising on past the sink, and so he was very stealthy and very not clip-cloppy like he normally is. But you might have seen him. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have noticed a change in how this looks. I feel like I have to relearn where to look. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think if you've been watching me a little bit over the last while, I've been talking about getting a new tablet. So I bought this tablet in the year 2020 in March. I think it was about the 25th or the 27th. And it was right before the world really shut down. And so the thing is a little old. And I'm curious to see if, I keep looking over here. Because on this one, it was on the side, but it's up here. So I have this little happy face that is where the camera actually is. So I'm sorry about that. Oh, it covered it up. Ha ha. That's not gonna work. Oh, maybe right there. Okay, so I put the smiley face, which reminds me to smile, which I generally do anyways. But it's going to tell me, it's relearning where you need to look into the camera, because if I'm constantly looking over here thinking that's where the camera is, you're gonna be like, what is she looking at and why is she there? So yeah, I've been talking about this new tablet that I broke down, and I invested in a new tablet because we have been experiencing the B word, not like a bad word per se, but the buffering is not our friend. So I'm hoping that this solves the problem for us and that we no longer get the amazing experience of buffering with me anyways. So let's see here. I show that I'm live. I think I'm live. You guys are there, right? Let's just see here. I think it's live. Oh man, yeah, I'm live. Okay. I'm a little nervous right now, you guys. This whole technology thing, you might think that I'm great at it, but I'm really not the best person when it comes to technology. I know enough to be a little bit dangerous, but not deadly by any means. So hello, Margene Uskelson. Okay, if you guys see me looking over there, it's going to take me a hot second to get used to it. Kelly used this one live in the past, and then she used the old one today. And so it's just going to take a little getting used to. Hi, Doris Munson. I don't even see a little hole up there for where it is. So hi, Sherry Ott. And there's Patty Wright. Hi, Mary Carls. You're not going to miss this one today. Just got home and sat down to watch. Wonderful. Yay. Sorry, I'm a little bit tardy, you guys. Hi, Susan Bellamy. I had 2 helpers stop by right at 2:25 and 2:30, and that's exactly how it goes. Hi, Faye Godby. And there's Julie Frost. Hi, Sherry Martin. And Debbie Gast is here from the windy and soon rainy Illinois. Hi, Pat Settle. Hi, Julie Block. And there's Kimberly. Hi, Connie Moore. Can't stay connected too long picking your granddaughter up for school. Perfect. No worries. You can catch the replay, and you know that. But not everybody else knows that. So just know if you're catching me now and you can't finish watching everything, there will be another time where you can catch the replay whenever it's convenient for you. Hi, Sue Deppis. There's Kelly Gibson. Hi, Pat Smothers. And there's Marcia Coolibert. Marcia, your Memories and More half pack is still on the counter in the mudroom. As far as I saw, it was still there today. Just a reminder that it's there if you want to grab it sometime. Hi, Sarah Mitchell. And who else do we have? Karen Forward. We'll see you at class tonight. Yay. Hi, Judy Sharp. Hi, Nedra Dover. And there's Amy. And I think that it's doing... Oh, no. Pat says it's doing the B word. So, well, I don't know then. I'm hoping that it's not so bad. Hi, Barbara Gabby, and there's my purple princess from Pennsylvania, Michelle. And so you could not register for game night from the calendar or the form. I could use the form for the numbers. Okay, so we're going to go through that, and maybe we can fix it as we go. Thanks, Michelle, for telling me I'm live. I appreciate that. So you guys, Susan Bellamy was helping me. I published the form for registering yesterday, and I asked her to kind of go through it. And it says you cannot register for game night from the calendar or the form. So we'll have to look at that as we go through it. Hi, Deanne Dawn. Hi, Karen Wetstein. And there's Karen Woods. Hi, Aunt Patty. And Julie Damaris is here. You should get the package. Oh, good. Perfect. I'll be looking for it. And it might be there now because I pulled in 3 packages from my doorstep. 3 little birdies on my doorstep. Hi, Lori Baxter. Hi, Angelique, my friend, my purple friend from St. Louis. Hi, Mitzi Stanley. Hi, Kari Dwyer. Well, hey, the gang's all here. You guys, this is the Showcase Showdown that is the Mac Daddy of them all. Oh, my goodness. I was thinking about it. So I had a foot appointment this morning, and he's kind of like graduating me from working on my foot, working all the way at my body. So when I broke my foot 2 years ago, I stopped working and not working, I shouldn't say that. I stopped doing physical things more because the body started to hurt the more you do them. And so we're working on strength training now. So looking at not just my foot, but my calf and my glutes and my back. And what happens is if your legs aren't strong, you use your back more. And so he's helping me regain strength in my entire body. And who'd ever thought that it's going to be 2 years later? It's 2 years in April that this happened, and I'm still like going through all of the stuff with it. But I had that appointment today, and so I was driving back. It's a 45-minute drive. Worth every minute in the car. I don't drive much, you guys. I don't leave the house much, but it's good to get out every now and then. But I could think about the showcase and all the different cards, and I mentally was adding up how many cards we designed for the month of April. And I would love for you to take some guesses before I tell you how many. And for some of you that know all the core classes that we do, you could start to add up. But there's a lot of add-on classes in April as well, and a lot more than the average bear. So we have the same shirt on today, but you have your purple overalls on. Oh, so Michelle Foreign showed me a link to get some purple overalls from Duluth Trading, and she showed them to me while we were in Long Beach, and I should have pulled the trigger and bought the small side, like the inseam was 31. My mom could have hemmed them up, and I'd have these amazing purple overalls to wear underneath my purple Duluth flannel. And by the time I went back after the dust settled and I got back from Long Beach, I went to go look at them, and the small was gone. So that's how that goes. Hi, Mimi. So I'll have to keep my eyes and ears open for that pair in a small, but whatever length, I don't care. I'll have my mom help me out. But yeah, so Michelle's got the same flannel on is what she's saying. It was so cute. We both love purple. So the cards we have for April, lots. Oodles McOodles of cards. I would have to say, I'll tell you the number when it comes down to it, or maybe we'll let you guys guess and I'll give you the final number, and maybe you want to count as we go. But we have our 5 core classes that we always do. And then on top of it, we have our order-based class. We have a card benefit. We have an in-color retirement class. We have a create and play. So you guys, I'm renaming a class from game night to create and play. So it's the same thing. I'm just going to call it create and play games, right? Create and play. So we've got that. And then we have a Stamp-a-Stack that was originally slated for March, but we pushed it to April because we had a change in helpers and we didn't have the bandwidth for the kitting last month. So that's a lot. And so when I look across the gamut here, there's a lot to show you. So just for those of you who are newer to me, please don't be overwhelmed. It is, and if you do feel overwhelmed, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. I think everybody will tell you that they felt overwhelmed when they first met me too. And they stuck around. They're still here with me. So let's see here. Debbie guessed, 247. Oh man, could you imagine designing 247 cards? That's a lot, Debbie, but good guess. Someday maybe, but Michelle guessed 50. You're a little closer. It's not quite 50. So 50 is high, right? I see Sherry guessed 82. And maybe we'll do the math at the end, and maybe somebody wants to keep track of it, but I don't think it was quite 50. So we're under 50, which is still a lot. So, and when I talk about cards, like Let's Just Stamp has 3, Monthly has 3, Sweet Bundle has 4, Ink Paper Scissors has 4, and then Rose's class has 3. And I didn't even count hers in because I don't necessarily do the designing for her technique class. She does the designing. But back to you guys. If you're newer to watching me, I'm a demonstrator located in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin, and I host a multitude of online card classes and in-person card classes. Anything I do in person, I do online, and anything I do online, I do in person. So what happens is I just do everything everywhere. And it's not just one class, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4. In this month, there's actually about 12 classes. And then we're going to throw in a Radically Retro swap party. We have a small business showcase. We have the sale-a-bration celebration. and I have a team meeting. So there's a lot. There's probably 15 different things that I'm trying to coordinate for the month of April. And I feel as though it's a little overwhelming for me. And so if it's even overwhelming for me, it's got to be overwhelming for you guys. So you don't have to remember everything. The main thing is for you to maybe get a pen and paper and jot your notes down. I created an official registration form. So what would happen is normally everybody would email me sporadically. I want this, I want this, I want this. Oh, can you add this? Can you take off this? Add this. And it got to be a little bit like that. And so by having an official registration form, it allows me to be very organized. And even with that, I still make mistakes. So Mary Carls and Linda Hunt felt the mistakes this month. Somehow I missed, I responded to their email from their class registration, and between Amanda and me, we missed logging it into a spreadsheet and creating a little baby packing list. And so it still happens. Even with as much organization I have, I still make mistakes, and I still am human, right? So it's, and not at the end of the day, it's what Naughty Nancy would say, it's just paper, right? Nobody died, nobody got hurt, nobody got stolen. We all are here, and paper will, yeah, I'll get it, I'll make it up to you. So just know that there's a process for registering. We're going to walk through that process today so that if you're new to me, you can follow along. Now, there might be a hiccup. Some people don't use Google Forms so well, and I hate to disrupt anybody, or I shouldn't say disrupt, but alienate, or like feel like you have to do it this way. If you want to take classes with me and you cannot get the Google form to work, then what I need you to do is send me an email and say, hey, Chris, I tried to do the Google form. It didn't work. This is what I'm interested in. And then what we'll do is we'll either have myself or Amanda, we'll come in the back end and we'll add the things that you want to the spreadsheet so that we can get you in queue. And so what happens is we work through this list of people who want certain classes or certain things, and we respond to you with an email, because what happens is there's so many things and we can put them all in one box. And we're planning shipping for around April 8th. I was looking at the calendar and it says March, and so I saw MA, and so I almost said May. I don't know why, but it says March. But our shipping date is set for April 8th. So we have been kidding like mad ladies this past week, and we already have a counter full of cards. I think all in all, with all the classes, I added up 3,740 card kits that's what's being prepped. And we started the process of kitting Monday of last week. The helpers have been die cutting for the last 3 weeks. Diane, Kelly, and I started designing back before we left for Long Beach. And I'm very proud to say that as of this morning at 1 a.m., I finished the last card for April. So, woohoo, it's so exciting. So there's a lot. So basically what you guys want to do, I'm going to show this off. And I have a feeling, I have a hunch that I might not get to showing you my past classes. I have a multitude of past classes that are still available, and I feel really bad because Shirley Natali is waiting for the past classes. But I have, I think this will, because there's so much stuff, I think that this is going to take at least a good hour or hour and a half, and I didn't have the bandwidth to pull out all the past stuff. And so I think what I'm going to do, especially for Shirley Natali, who's waiting for the past classes, I'm going to put it on the docket for an hour tomorrow to show past classes, or Saturday morning I'll show off past classes, so that anybody who would still like to do the registration form, they could do it together with past classes included. Or you could always do your current class registration and then follow up with an email saying, hey, in addition, I'd like these past classes. So however it works easiest and best for you. All right, so yep, I'm just human. Thanks, Mary. And you weren't alone, Mary. The same thing happened to Linda Hunt. I don't know what happened. All I can say is I probably get distracted. So I'm working in somebody's registration, and there's a whole process for it. And at some point, either I get distracted and then I lose focus, and then I don't go back and do a part of the step. And that's what happened. And I have full responsibility for it. So yeah, so we have about 4,000 cards that we're kitting up for this month. And I've got, I think, 12 unique kitted classes. And I still haven't shared the answer for the number, but somebody was maybe going to keep track of it. So I'm going to drop the camera down and show you what we got. So let me flip this down. And are you guys noticing a change in the technology? Can you see if it's brighter, crisper, cleaner? Like, I'm curious if it looks the same for you. Okay, so one of the things that you guys, when I drop my camera down, I have this here. This isn't just for pretty looks, even though it is pretty with the B-frame around it. I've got for those, especially for those that are new, I've got my email address, my website, and then you can use the stampinup.com website to place your orders. And hi, Mary Lemke. When you pick me as your demonstrator, so my name is Christine Bertram. If you pick me as your demonstrator, I'm in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If your orders are over $60, and for every $60, you can pick classes, right? The QR code, and I know not everybody's a QR code fan, but if you are, this is probably the easiest way. If you take the QR code and then you click on your camera and then you go to the link, it will take you to a folder, and in the folder is where this registration form is. So that's one way to find the registration form. Okay, another way to find the registration form is by going into YouTube land, and then the stuff will all appear of all the things. But in the video that you're currently watching right now, this guy right here, stampinup.com website, so you're watching along with me. When you scroll back out to where you see more, we have here some statistics and some information. So in here, when you click into the description, I have a link here. It says class schedule and events. Sign up for classes by clicking here. And this will also take you into the registration form. So that's a second way. So if you can't remember, if you don't want to use a QR code, if you get into the YouTube, you'll find it. Another way to get to it is by in my events calendar. So my website here is cardsbycrispy.com. What you want to do is go to today's date, which is March 26th. There's a ton of stuff on the calendar for today. We had Paper Pumpkin this morning with Kelly. We have the showcase, and Kelly's got class tonight, and I've got class tonight online with you guys. So in the event for what's coming up, there's also a link right here that takes you right to the registration form. So right there are 3 ways to find the registration form. Then on top of it, every event that I have this month, well, I should say in April. So when you go to my April events and you click on any of them, you can see that there's a spot down here. Click or check out the registration form. So within almost every event in the current month, I have the current month's registration form. So that's what you're going to want to get to do your registration. And again, I mentioned, if you go to click on it and you get host up, don't hesitate to call. Oh gosh, I'm looking over here. Okay. You see, I got myself. Old habits die hard. So if you're trying to get through this and it's hosing you up for whatever reason, call me. You guys, I do answer the phone. I do. I answer the phone a lot faster than texts and emails and Facebook messages, only because if I stopped for every message that I got, I would never get anything done. But if I hear the phone ring, I look to see who's calling and I pick it up, right? And if it's a number I don't know, sometimes I don't pick it up, right? But if I have the phone number or if I have the name saved, I'll answer it. So just know that that's what happens, you guys. I get probably hundreds of texts, emails, and phone calls in a day. And correspondence is hard to keep up with when it's written, because I would never get anything done if I stopped for everyone. So I try to make it up at the end of the day, or maybe every third day or every second day I go and do a deep dive into the messages. So, okay, so that's a little bit there. Faye Gabi says it looks a little bit crisper. Wonderful. All right, so let's flip back down, and we're going to work our way through the registration. So the things on the front end are your information, like your email address, and then you're going to put your name, and that will help me because then I'll know who I'm shipping stuff to. And then make sure you get your good phone number in there. And then if you have a different email address that you use for correspondence, then make sure you get that in here, because I will, Christine at cardsbycrispy.com. And then put your address here, right? So that will help me to know who I am shipping it or where I'm shipping it to. Right? And then there's a note here. So like you guys, I keep a database. So when I click over there, that's where my head goes to. I keep a database that tells me your contact information, and it's in my pirate ship. So if you've moved recently, you might definitely want to tell me that, because otherwise it's going to instinctively go to the one that I have on file for you. So if you do have a different address, please call it out and say, please update, or write something in here so I know that you have a new address. And then right here, you're going to hit next, right? So this is the first section. So when you're done with that section, now it's going to come up with all of the events that we have. So I also added something this time. There's a link here where if you click on the link, it takes you to the event, and then you can see this on my website, right? So I'm going to go back though, and it says, would you like to add the IPS class? And if you want your kits mailed, do you want porch pickup? Or do you want to do in person with Kelly, or do you not want the class? So you got to pick something. If you ever don't pick something and it has a little red asterisk there, it's going to ask you to pick something. All right, so Michelle says she does answer the phone. I love that about me. I do all the time. Oh, and you'll call me 3 times in a day, Michelle, and I will still answer it every time. All right, provided that I'm not in the middle of something, right? All right, so this is the ink, paper, scissors for next month. It's called Beach Boardwalk. And what it is a suite that features the Boardwalk Fun Designers, I think it's Beach Boardwalk Designer Series paper. And the stamp set is called Boardwalk Fun. And then there's this little scrapbooking extra stamp set that is for the scrappers in your life. There's a coordinating stamp set. So we pulled in some of the words from here. But when you're looking at this, you're thinking, well, man, I don't really want that stamp set. I don't need it. But that's okay. We definitely go by the premise of buy what you love, use what you have. And we design our cards in a way that we're heavy on the die cutting and heavy on the embossing, so that really you don't have to add anything except for sentiments and focal images on the inside. So this Boardwalk Fun, it's called Beach Boardwalk, ink, paper, scissors, features 4 different cards. And then with this one, it's a fee-based class, meaning you get a quarter pack of designer paper, you'll get these sparkle dots, and you'll get the bubble bath ribbon. And this is a fun fold. So when you open this one up like this, you've got that. So we've got this little one. So we tried to make it look like you've got a Ferris wheel in front of a nice sunny sky that's full of marshmallow cotton candy clouds. All right. So kudos to Anna Rebadou. She die cut all your little baskets here for you. So it's very good. So, and this is like a ticket that comes from the designer series paper. So there's card 1. Oh man, I'm going to save this one for last. Okay, so this one is your easy card. So you got some more difficult cards and you have some easier cards. This one lets the designer series paper steal a show, because these palm trees are actually part of the paper. And we've die cut tickets for you, and all you have to do is add a sentiment on here. And for ink, paper, scissors, we generally do double matting on the inside too. So there's the second card. The third card looks like this. I love it. So, you guys, I came back from Long Beach saying I love it all the time. Hi, Feline Mays. So this one, what's so cool about this is we made it look like the petal pink circle is the sun coming up behind the palm trees. We pulled in a little bit of retired glimmer paper from an ink color pack from a couple years ago just to help use it up. And we thought it matched the card perfectly great. So we've got that one where all you need are sentiments. And we stamped a palm tree on the inside. My favorite one for last. Hello, Margene Eskelson. You went into the order form today, and the Google told me I didn't have access, and I had to request access. Ew, that's never happened before. Oh, okay, I wonder. So that's interesting. If you guys give me 30 seconds, I might go check that. But this is my favorite one out of all of them. I do like that one a lot. They're all pretty. But we pulled in Sunset Sailing, which is on Last Chance. I think the dies or the stamp set, one of them might be gone already, but the other is still there. We pulled in the dies, and so they might be Last Chance or they might be gone. When we designed, they were still there, so we weren't going to be too concerned about it. But when you open it up, we've got a Z fold for you. So there's going to be 2 different color palettes for this one. One of them is going to have a more yellow background, and some people are going to have a more pink background. But they all, depending on the background, they look cool. So that's what we've got. I love it. Haha, I do. I really do. And then you've got some on the back here. So ink, paper, scissors is $34 plus shipping. So if you get other classes, what we do is we do the base price of $34 and then we add shipping on. And shipping becomes less with the more things that you add to it. So that is ink, paper, scissors, so you can decide if you want it. So I'm going to pick mailed, because most of you that are watching me are going to pick mailed. All right, then we're going to pull in the Nature Walk class. So Nature Walk is the Sweet Bundle class for the month. And what I'm going to do is show you the Nature Symphony stamp set. So, my bad. The class is called Nature Walk, but the stamp set is called Nature Symphony. It's like sweets are named one thing, stamp sets are named another thing. And so this one, these are the 4 cards that we'll be making. And just give me a second. I want to just take and entertain Margene's thing really quick here, just to see if I can pull this up and see if the settings are what is causing me to have problems with it. So let's go to share and view anyone with a link. Okay. So Margine, why don't you go in and try it right now? Because it looks like it's accurate on my end. Hi, Yvette Lopez. Oh, no, sorry. I thought it said Marine. You guys, this says how bad my eyes are. I thought it said Marine Wifey, and that's Yvette Lopez, but it's Marlene. Hi, Marlene. Hello, Jane. Okay, so Margine Eskelson, why don't you go in and try? Because I took it out of hiding. I had it in a folder that wasn't shareable, and I just shared it with everybody this morning. So it might have been just a timing thing. All right, let's see here. This one you guys might recognize. This was from the Winter Creative Escape, and another class where we went heavy on the die, and I love it. Love, love that big leaf die. And yes, our Anna Rebedu again took it home. She's in the process. She's already die cut everything for that one, but she's taking these two home and die cutting them. So a class where all you need are sentiments for your outside, and then whatever you want to stamp on your inside. So more sentiments for the inside, and then on any kind of focal image. So if you don't have this stamp set and don't want it, don't buy it. Use what you have, right? So this guy right here, I've got this little guy right here is what we stamped a lot of the inside. This saying right here, this "May your day be filled with love and happiness," that is from a brand new set that I'm absolutely loving. I got it at Long Beach on stage. It was I think everybody's prize patrol. Super cool on this one too. So finally, we've got some more masculine-esque cards for the guys in your life, right? We don't always get that because we're always flowers and sunshine and prettiness, rainbows and stuff. So it's nice to have some earth tones and some masculine cards going on. So for this is a $22 class, or plus shipping, or you can get it free with placing a $60 order from me as your demonstrator. So what you want to do is go to Nature Walk and decide you want these card kits, and you're like, yep, mail them to me. Perfect. Click the box. If you don't want them, put no. If you want to be in person or porch pickup, those are your other options. It still asks for access for you. Oh, so Susan Bellamy did too. Well, interesting. Very interesting. So let's just say one more time, share, viewer, anyone that can view. I don't know. Interesting. So I'm just looking one more time at this really quick. Anyone with the link, editor view, anyone with the link, remove access from the parent folder, remove from parent. Okay. Well, I don't know what I just did. So I might have made editor access for everybody. So it says anyone on the internet with the link can edit it. So you guys don't be going in here and deleting my thing. So it says general access, the 2604. So I'm not, let me just see here. Sorry to be doing this during the thing, but I want you guys to be able to do this, and let's just see here. It's sharing, anyone with the link. Anyone with the link can edit. So I don't know if I really want you guys to be able to edit the form. Removing this link will also remove its parent folder's link. Alternatively, create a folder with limited access. All right. So respond or anyone with the link. So remove this link, and anyone with the link can respond. So I'm not certain. I'll have to play with it and see what happened. I don't know if what I just did messed anything up, but it's still there. The form is there. And ultimately, when I get it figured out, even if it's after the live, this is exactly what you guys will be able to see. And it should be open for everybody to see. So we'll get there. Julie Block, what stamp set did you get that saying from in California? It's called Phrases and Frames. Hang on, I'll grab it. believe that this was Susan Campfield's $1 million stamp set, and it's called Phrases and Frames. And it says, may your day be filled with love and happiness. And it's got have a fabulous day, happiest birthday wishes. You can see that we used that here. And then on the inside, we've got have a fabulous day on that one. And then on this one, we used may your day be filled with happiness. So this is one of the new stamp sets in the annual catalog. And you will be able to order it as a demonstrator right now. So if you are a demonstrator, you can get it on your pre-order. If you're not a demonstrator and you want to be, you can join the Be Happy Stampers. I'd love to have you on the team. And then you could order it early. And then the other time is when the catalog launches in May, you'll be able to order this stamp set. Okay, so this is Nature Walk. So decide if you want it. You want kits mailed, porch pickup in person, $22 plus shipping, or free with a $60 order. Again, you only need to have sentiments and some focal images for the inside. All right, Margene says it went right in after you gave access the first time. So does that mean that you're in there now? Does it look right, Margene? I'm hoping it does. So, and then did it take it away? Now no access. Okay. Well, okay, so Margene, do me a favor and tell me if I change this. I changed it to the editor rule. I'm hoping that you don't, like what I'm hoping, Margene, is it looks just like this. Not that you have the ability to change stuff on me. Like I don't want people to change the form. I just want you guys to be able to pick the things. Okay. Barbara says there is only 90 watching and only 19 thumbs up. Aw, you're so amazing, Barbara. Yes, thumbs up, you guys. All right, next one is called Forever Florals. And this is a class that I do in person. Diane does it in person and I do the online. So I designed these cards with Diane Bogenhagen, who's on my team. We've been doing this since 2021 together. So this is called Forever Florals, Let's Just Stamp. This is another one where you could pay $19 plus shipping, or you can get it free with a $60 order. We do use a lot of the words in here, and we use some of the focal images. This one is available now. It was an online exclusive that launched in March. And so we've got 3 really pretty cards featuring bronze, the earthen foil. So this is your first one. So in some cases, you'll get the designer paper like this, and we'll have it together as one piece, and you just have to cut it. And like this one too is one piece, and you'll have to cut it to expand it. But you just need a sentiment on the outside. And I know it looks a little bit dark, but when you get this one in person, we've got a little light illuminating on the raised up of the plaid because we put white ink on it. And so we've got Thinking of You. And then this one says, You're on My Mind. We did use a little bit of the copper embossing powder, which looks perfect with this. We did throw in all the pearls, so all like 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 little iridescent pearls to really take that card over the top. So we've got You're on My Mind. But really, you guys could stamp whatever you want. If you don't have a Versamark pad and you don't have copper embossing or the heat tool, you could always stamp that in a nice espresso and it would look good. Okay, In My Heart. Now this is my favorite one. This guy right here. Ooh, so that's the earthen metallic paper, or earthen foil. And we've got that little die. So Let's Just Stamp is usually not a lot of die cutting, but we did have to use a little here. We did some there, and ended up with a lot of die cutting. Normally we keep them that they're very more appealing to beginners who don't have a lot of stuff, but we didn't know how to do that this time. And so the benefit is 3 amazingly gorgeous cards, right? And with this one, we did also use copper embossing powder and a heat tool and Versamark, and we embossed that. And I don't do that a lot, but if you don't have it, you could always use espresso ink instead. And we've got some bronze sequins in there, and then made this one into a wedding card. So just sentiments needed. So this is Forever Florals, Let's Just Stamp. I keep doing the bad thing. Feline says she watched Kelly this morning and you're so excited about Pooh. Yay. So that was Kelly's idea. She definitely wanted to do a Pooh Stamp-a-Stack. So yes, I want to get Let's Just Stamp kits mailed to me. Next one is monthly class. So monthly class is my longest standing class that I've been doing since 2015, I'd have to say. Oh, 11 years. Isn't that crazy? So basically I pick 3 different stamp sets and or bundles, and make a card with it. So I get to feature a few different things. And I forgot to pull Peaceful Dock. So let's put this here. And I will show you the cards we've got for this. And one moment, I'm going to go grab that guy right there. I didn't bring it to the table. So, monthly class is $19 plus shipping. And what do I mean by what do you get for that? You basically get a card kit, right? So you get the cellophane with a golden ticket. You'll get 3 or 4 envelopes where all the pieces are ready for you to assemble your card. Basically, stamp and assemble. And then we do a live video that you can see it. So this one I have, it's a great big world out there. Is that Annie? It's a great big world out there. Anyways, so you need a sentiment, and you might not be all over that sentiment. Find a different sentiment to put in there. And I actually pulled that from exploring nature or exploring something. It's not even part of the Peaceful Dock set. It was a big white space to fill up. So we were looking for big words. Choose your words. On this one, you're going to need a dauber or a blending brush with some Misty Moonlight ink. And you're going to blend color all over that background DSP. Sentiment and espresso, and then make it into, like, this could be a retirement card or a welcome to a new house or a new job. So we've got the Peaceful Dock featured on this one. It works for numbers for game, but not for the class. It works for numbers for the game, but no. Okay, well, when we get there, I'll try it. So, because what Susan's saying is she was looking at, when I have here these words where they say click here, it takes you into it, and then you just have to hit the back button right here, like it'll take you to it. So what she's saying is there's something hosed up with the game night. So we'll get there. So I'm going to put yes to the kits go to mail here. So that was Peaceful Dock. Then we have Sunshine and Tulips. So yay to this one. You need a dauber, and you're going to dauber your little leaves with, I believe we used the Granny Apple Green, and we used some of that new foil on here. And Friends of Our Flowers, I'd pick you. Thanks for your thoughtfulness. So that one is the Sunshine and Tulips. The words do come from here too. So really on this one, you just need sentiments and an inside focal image. And then the last one is Friendly Foliage. I tried so hard to use the die that goes with that, but there was no way I could do it without you guys having to have this stamp set. And the thought of making you guys buy a stamp set just for a class really gives me sadness. So I really want you guys to buy the stamp sets that you love and not necessarily have to worry about having them for class. So we opted to go a different route and not use that die. What we did use is there's 4 other dies that come in the set that are foliage related. And so what we did is we made this guy, and we put all of them down there like a little cluster. And I'll make your little baby bows for you. I've already got half of them done. And you need a sentiment, and then we stamped a little background on there. And the backgroundy thing comes from Swirl Designs. So just something to create a little texture back there. This is actually the Easter Joy paper. And then we used that line, the changing lines, or the lines all about the lines. I don't remember. Well, let's see. Choose your words, right? It's the Lovely Stripes embossing folder. All right. So again, all you need is a sentiment. So monthly class is $19 plus shipping or free with a $60 order. So again, if you place a large order that's over $180 with me, I'll let you pick out 3 classes, right? That's how that works. If you do an even bigger order for the $60, you get the classes. So that is the monthly class for the month of April. I'm sad that the Silly Bear, the new suite, is not available to Canadian demos. Yeah, I saw that. It's not available to anybody in Canada, though, I think, or Europe or Asia Pacific. I think that there's some sort of licensing issues or royalty issues that are going on with it. I think that it was on the weekly announcements that you can read up on it. Rose Coleman is your girl in Canada. If you are looking for a demonstrator or don't have one or looking to take classes, Rose is amazing. I work with her, and I've worked with her now for going over 3 years. It's like 3.5 years now. So she designs a class called the Technique Club class, and she's featuring homemade sweetness. and the cards are still under construction. She hasn't shared with me what the pictures are, so we haven't been able to make the cover photo. But so she designs the class in Canada. She teaches the YouTube class. But if you're in the US and you want to do the class, it's a free with a $60 order, and you will get the 3 card kits from the class that she designs. And so again, it's free with a minimum order of $60, and you could get kits mailed or do porch pickup. So let's say you want to do that one. Let's put kits mailed. All right, so I need to back up here too, because for the Sweet Bundle class, you can see Rose's picture here as well. Rose is my colleague, which I just mentioned, and this is the class where I design it, and then she offers it in Canada. So if you reach out to her and are interested in the Nature Walk class, she would kit it up and ship it to you in Canada. We don't cross the borders, right, for from a business aspect. So if you want to work with somebody in Canada and you're in Canada, reach out to Rose. She is amazing. All right. I have another class, and see, you guys, when I click the button, I'm instantly drawn to go over there, and I have to remember it's in the middle now. So it's a card workshop and game night is what it has been called for 5 or 6 years, because when I originally learned about this class from another demonstrator, that's what we called it. And so it was the same thing. And for 5 or 6 years, I thought, well, I didn't think anything of it, right? But then after the last few weeks, I've been thinking about, well, maybe coin it something different so that it's your own. And so it's still the game night, right? If you guys call it, and it's been hard, I've been calling it this game night the whole time, but I was trying to think of a different name for the class to differentiate it as its own, because sometimes I get people reaching out to me looking for her class, and I'm sure it's vice versa. So I'm trying to eliminate any kind of confusion. So instead of calling it game night, I'm going to call it create and play. So we're going to create cards and play games, right? So create and play. So the new acronym for it is CP, not GN. Okay, I use a lot of abbreviations. So game night was always GN. So this will be CP, create and play. Same concept, right? So this is the one where Susan Bellamy was saying there might be issues with this. So when you click on the link here, the event comes up. So that works, right? And then what I need for you guys to do is log your lucky numbers, right? So that works. So I'm not quite certain, Susan, what you're having an issue with, but we'll have to check it out. So with this, it's like a game night. So we're going to make, in this case, generally I've always done 4 cards, but sometimes I'll do 5 and sometimes I'll do 6. It just depends on where the inspiration and creativity is going. So for game night, create and play, we have 5 cards for you. And what happens is it's like an ink, paper, scissors, but it's $5 more. And what I do is I use $5 from everybody's registration, and I pool that all together, and I buy 5 bundles. And I just purchased the 5 new bundles from the catalog that's launching in May. So they're brand new bundles that you may not have unless you've already placed your pre-order and you bought them. Okay, so I have 5 games that we'll play, and we'll make 5 cards. And Kelly's here, and she helps me out. And what happens is we call it lucky numbers. So you're going to pick 5 numbers between 1 and 30, and you have to log your numbers with me. And then the night of class, what we do is we draw numbers. And if I draw your 5 numbers first, you get to pick from one of the bundles. Okay, so we play some games and we make some cards. And the thing is, it's very important that when you're going in here that you click on this link to let me know what your numbers are. So it says, what are your lucky numbers between 1 and 30? So please write them like 2, 12, 22, 28. I like 2s, okay? So all my examples had 2s in them. And what happens is this fills it into a spreadsheet so that the night of class, I can refer back that, let's say you think you have lucky numbers, we'll have you tell me your numbers and we'll check our spreadsheet. And if they match, then you win. So it's really important. Now, for any reason you can't fill out that form, just message me. But I'm hoping the 80-20 rule, I hope 80% of the people at least use the form. So then it's a little bit of less work for me, and then I can help manage the other 20% that it's not working for, or for whatever reason. Okay, so you ready to see the cards? So we're going to put here, yes, I want to-go kits mailed. And if you guys are ever wondering about pricing or whatnot, you can always click on the here button for the event, and it takes you right into the event, and it is wrong. I had this published before I designed it, and it's actually 5 pre-cut card kits. So I have to update that, but it is 5 card kits that I'm going to show you. So it has pricing, and then it has about when classes, and if you want to pay for it on my website, you could do that here. Like, the main thing is that if you want to get a collection of classes, it's easier to have me just tell you a total and then you send money via Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, Facebook Pay. You could use a check, you could use cash. If you want to use my website to pay, you can. You just have to go into each one individually, add them to your cart, and then it doesn't give you reduced shipping. And so it becomes a pain in the butt because then you're overpaying for, in my mind, you should be having less money that you owe me if we can consolidate shipments. So, but if people do pay for through my website, then that's okay. They can do that. It's just that they don't get the reduced pricing. So, all right. So let me show you the cards here. Marlene says she watches Rose every day, and Karen likes the Create and Play. Good. Very good. It's a shame they can't get it in Canada. Yeah, it is sad. I definitely agree. It is really warm here in Indiana. We're going to have storms later, though. We had rain this morning, on and off. Okay, so this is Create and Play. So I did choose Paradise Garden for Create and Play, and I chose it because I absolutely love, love, love the designer paper. I love the foil paper, and I chose a ribbon combo pack that it's the white and misty. So you'll get a white and misty combo pack. You'll get a quarter of the foil, a quarter of the DSP, and you'll get a pack of the gems that are called the Garden Epoxy Dots. And look at this, Taste the Rainbow. Okay, look at this. Right, this one goes here, and I think, wait, the blue goes here. Sorry, I'm getting my rainbow and out of order here. So Taste the Rainbow, right? So you have enough left over to do your envelope flaps. And I have it specifically, this is the hottest off the press. We finished this last night. You only need sentiments for all of these cards, and I chose to actually double mat all 5 of them for you too. So I've got Hello Sunshine, and then Happy Birthday, and then I've got the green one, which is a little bit different of a fold too. So I've got this flap that comes up, and then you can see that like that. So you kind of get to see the front and the back of the DSP. So, and this one's really pretty. That foil is so cool. So you get to use the foil on, there's 3 foil colors. There was the green, there's the blue foil. So here's this little layout, super cute. The foil gets used on this one. A little blueberry action. I'm going to teach you how to do the folding. Don't worry about it. I figured it out how to do it, so we're good. And then I've got the berry here. She's giving you the berries. My little niece gave me. She was wide for the for baptism. She wouldn't stop crying while I was holding her. And the lady came up to me after church. And she's like, "Gosh, she really gave you the berries." And like Tyler had never heard that expression before. So now I say that a lot, like the berries. She's giving you the berries. That's that foil paper. So pretty. You get to really see it. And so it's showcased. So sentiments galore on this one. So this is the game night. Game night is $39 plus shipping. Okay, so whatever shipping ends up being for you, and you will get a quarter pack of the DSP, a quarter pack of the foil, the 2 rolls of the white and the blue ribbon, and the pack of the gems. We'll make 5 cards, and we're going to play 5 games. All right, so you have to decide if you want to do the Paradise Garden, and that is a fee-based class, so you can't get this one for free with an order. All right, so that's that guy. Then we have a Stamp-a-Stack. So this was originally intended for last month, but we couldn't make it happen. We lost one of our die cutters and had to. We gained a die cutter in the interim, which was amazing. So we're back on track and we're knocking things out. We're kicking butt. So Diane Bogenhagen and I are doing the Stamp-a-Stack together. It's homemade sweetness, and if you want, you can click here. It takes you into the class. Oh, we got to get the cover photo on there yet, so we'll work on that because there is a cover photo. And this one is a fee-based class too. Well, how this class works is you'll get a full pack 12 by 12 of the designer series paper. You'll get the blue and the white ribbon, which you will almost consume completely by the time you're done making 15 cards. So don't worry that you're going to get the ribbon in this one and you're going to get the ribbon in the game night. It's okay. It matches both sets of cards nicely. Those 2 rolls of ribbon only have 2 yards on each. And we literally went through the entire roll, I think, of white ribbon on this one. So, and there was only a little bit left of the blue. You'll get that, and you'll get the strawberries and dots, the pack of gems. And how the Stamp-a-Stat works is we have 5 different designs, and you're going to make 3 of each card for a total of 15 cards. All right, so then what happens is you'll use the designer series paper, right? That's what these focal images are. And they're all designed in a way where all you need are sentiments and whatever you want for focal images on the inside if you don't use strips of designer paper. But we used strips of designer paper and then added a lot of the little cutout images from the designer paper. And then you'll be able to have enough paper to do matching envelopes as well on these. So this is the first card, and I'll be honest, we didn't use these words at all. I don't think we used the stamp set at all. A little note of thanks that comes from that product of the month stamp set called Notes of Spring. This guy right here features the Fruity Fruitlicious paper. See, these are the little dots that come in there, and there's a little strawberry as well. And then sentiment is what's needed on this one. We double matted these, you guys. Can you imagine? There's 15 cards in a class, and we're prepping for 60 people, right? So 15 times 60 is 900 cards, and we decided to double mat the inside. And so that's an extra 225 sheets of paper we used for this class because we decided to double mat. But we decided to double mat because it looks amazing having it double matted on the inside. All right, we didn't cut any corners on this one. And then here's this one. So that one uses the blue ribbon. And we got little baby strawberries in there. That's so cute. Right, so anything that's die cut comes die cut for you, like the circle, and then we embossed it with the Ladybug Picnic, right? So anything that's embossed, I think anything die cut is die cut. Here's one that's Pinkalicious here, especially for you. Cute little gems here. So again, that's going to be embossed for you, and that's got the hearts on it. And then this last guy, oh, I like this one. So we used the little spoon, and we put little baby strawberries on the spoon. And happiest birthday wishes. So again, this is a Stamp-a-Stack. It is not free with an order. It is a purchase class. I believe we have it at $57 plus shipping. And the $57 is because there's like $35 to $40 worth of product in it, right? So you get the full pack of DSP. You'll get your 15 envelopes. You'll get the 2 rolls of ribbon. You'll get the embellishments and then all the card kits. So that is the Homemade Sweetness Stamp-a-Stack. And you could do that via mailing, or you could do porch pickup or in person. And the thing is with this, I'm giving you guys an option too. If you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, you could opt to buy the products, the full-size products yourself, and then get the card kits from me. So if you're on my team, you have that option. If you're not on the team, then you would want to pick either mailed or porch pickup. And then what you're going to want to do is pick one. If you're on the team, you can tell me your BHS team pricing, mailed or porch pickup, or you could do in person with Diane. So the other option you're going to have, and the next question is, when would you like your Stamp-a-Stack? Okay, so we're offering a lot of stuff in April, and this might be one more thing that is like, man, I really want it, but I'm getting so many other things in April. Maybe I can do this in May. So your choice. If you want to sign up for it in April, great, put April. We have a certain amount that we can accommodate for April. And once we're at capacity for April, then we'll automatically roll you to May. But if you go to the next question here, if you're not signing up for the class, you would pick NA. But if you want April or if you want May, right? I'm going to pick May, right? Because I got so much other stuff I'm getting right now that it might not hurt to wait till May to get this class. And we'll log it and we'll sign you up for it and we'll make sure we include it with you for May. All right, hopefully that makes sense. Next, we have an order-based class called Delicate Whispers. Again, you can click here and it takes you into it, right? So you can get all the details. So this is called an order-based class because it's free with an order. We started this back in October of 2022. I was really trying to finish the year as strong as possible. Stampin' Up's year ends September 30th. And so my first class that I did a class. I talked about it in September and held it the first Tuesday in October. And it was really to help me finish the Stampin' Up! Year as strong as possible. And it was such a success. It was an exclusive class that you could only get with ordering. And we made it that they were so pretty, right? And so people gave me orders to get the class to help me meet goals. And after we were done, there was talk about, well, why don't you do this class quarterly? Because it helps you finish all your quarters as strong as possible. So that's what we did. So we came up with a quarterly order-based class, and I do this with Diane now. I used to do it by myself, but I do it with Diane. And so she teaches the in-person version. I do the online version. And we gave a team perk. So if you're on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, you have the ability to buy the kits. And if you're not on the team, it's an order-based class. So There are people on the team, though, who do place orders with me to get the class for free. So you don't have to, you just get the option is how that works. Okay, so you guys, I believe, have been loving the Delicate Whispers a lot. The paper went out of stock almost immediately, and I think it's not set to come back in for a little bit, but that's okay because I bought enough for kitting up what we needed to do for kitting up for class. So this is the Delicate Whisper. Now the bundle was out of stock too, and that just came back. So it came back in, I think, earlier this week. Hello, Julie. All right, so it's called Delicate Whispers Order-Based Class. So again, it's free with a $60 order, or if you're on my team, the Be Happy Stampers, you could pay for it, and it's $22 plus shipping. And they are very blue-esque. So go team blue on this one. And for this one, we do also double matte the insides on these because it just makes the card so much prettier on the inside. And it's because of Diane. I promised Diane that I would always double matte cards that I design with her. So, all right, so there's one. So you need some sort of background image and then a sentiment that fits there. And then I have here To the Happy Couple, and then this flower gets stamped. And that flower is from the set. So if you don't have this stamp set, you need some sort of a flower. You'll get a white piece of paper to stamp on. All right, and then we got the inside for you. So we made a wedding card. Here we have our manly card, right? So it, finally, right? So we've got 3 feminine cards, and then we've got a nice manly card. And it's got this, for the grass going up here. So we definitely went with pecan and mossy meadow on this one. So To a Great Guy. So we have Happy Birthday to a Great Guy. Now, you're going to see that this is not embossed. We decided to emboss this after the card was put together. We thought, oh, we're going to emboss it. So we did emboss the foil as well. So you'll get, that's a minor change, I think. Hi, Rosie Talent. All right. And then here, did you guys see what we did? We cut the circle out of here, and we used it on that card so that it got used within the class. And here we got to show the designer paper. So for this one, it's like a traditional card class where everything's kitted. Your ribbon, like I made the bow for you already. It's in the kit. Your gems will come in one of the cards for all because these are those gems that go with this suite. So we've got 3 of each color are in one of the card kits. I don't remember which one, but they all got put together. So this is the Delicate Whispers order-based class. So I'm on the team. So I'm going to put that I'm choosing to go kits Be Happy Stampers. All right. I did leave off unintentionally porch pickup here. So if you do porch pickup at the end, I'll catch that. But right now I just have to-go kits, either non-team, meaning you'll place an order, or with the team, you get the team pricing. All right, you guys doing okay? We're surviving. There's another thing here for April. We're not done yet. We got more. Wait, there's more. We have a card benefit. So the card benefit is a little bit different this time. And I'm waiting for people. Oh, sorry, you guys. I keep looking over there. We have been doing card benefits since 2018, somewhere around there. And we started off doing 1 a year, and now we're doing 2 a year. And in the past, it has benefited the veterans. We've done human trafficking. We've done MS. And for the people on the team and in the community have been asking, can we do this? Can we do this? My aunt has gone through breast cancer. She's like, can you do the breast cancer fund? And I'm like, there's so many people who are coming at me, and how can we make everybody happy? It's hard to make everybody happy. I get that. But we came up with an idea that's a little bit different than normal. And we're going to see how successful it is. I hope it's successful. We are planning for 192 people to donate money. That's our plan. And it's a $40 donation if you get kits. If you decide you want made cards, let's say you can't be here and you don't want to make the cards, you want to get completed cards, we did change that slightly too. The team spends over 40 hours here making cards, and they would donate their time. And what we're trying to do is say, well, let's make their time worth something, because they could spend between 5 and 40 hours. I don't know. Some people spend more time, some people spend less. But we decided to do, and I think this is very fair, what we did is we added on $5 if you want completed cards. So you're paying $5 extra, but it's a donation. So it's still like we don't keep it and give it to the helpers for their time. It's just that the helpers' time now has a value on it, that if we have 35 people that we're planning for made cards, times $5, we have an extra $175 that we can donate, then your cards are made for you. And so that's the difference. That's one of the differences, is that if you want completed cards, it's a $45 donation. Kits is $40 plus shipping. And The other change is what organization do you want to support? So we came up with an idea of, well, let's pick 3 for the spring and let's pick 3 for the fall. And next year, when we do a card benefit, we've already got ideas like the March of Dimes or people who, like, so we're trying to find ways that we could spread the donations to other organizations that matter to you, who you're in the community. So we want it to make a difference to what impacts you the most. So for this one, the card benefit, what we chose for the spring is, so if you click on the card here, it takes you into the event. And then in the event, we've got all the details, and you could go click on each one of these organizations, and it takes you right to their, whoops, I did the same one twice. It keeps moving on me. And then I've got Healing for the Ages is for those people who are getting older and looking for ways to combat things that you're going to start to experience as you get older. So there's information there. And then the other one is the National MS Society. And we've always donated to the National MS Society, right? But there you can read about them. And what happens is you just have to let us know who you want your donation to go towards. So you got to go, again, sorry, another registration form, but it will help me to track this. I've already had 50 people register, which is amazing, but we have 142 more sets to go. So I got to find the people that helped last year. So in November, when we did the benefit, we made 192 as well. And I know that we had a few, maybe 10 left after the event, and we went through all of those eventually. We got donations for all of them by December. So I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful that we get through that. So what you do is just fill out your name and address information, and then basically down here, it tells us how you want your kits, if you're attending in person or not, and then pick which ones you want. You can pick all 3. You could pick those 2. You could pick that one. You could pick those 2. It's however you want. And if you have a $40 donation and you pick 3, we'll divide it by 3, and your money will go to each of those organizations. People have asked me about the donation part. Like, do I claim it on my taxes or do you get to claim it? I don't claim the money that you guys donate on my taxes. It's not my money. I'm a pass-through is how it works. So if you make a donation of, let's say, that it's $40 plus the shipping, you could say that the $40 goes on to, like, I'm not claiming it on my taxes. By all means, you can put it on yours. You have a receipt or evidence that you've sent me money. And basically that's how it works. Like when I raised $13,000 last year for the Wounded Warrior Project, I did not claim that on my taxes. I did donate like $40 because I bought a set of cards, right? So that's what I claim. So people ask that question a lot though. So just know that I am not taking accountability for it. I'm making sure the money goes to where it needs to go, but I am not claiming it on my taxes. So if you guys, I know because donations like are a thing that you can get tax benefits from. So, right. So that's just in case you're wondering. So I just need for you guys to make sure you fill out this registration form. And if you can't do it, please tell me so I can make sure to register you for it. But what happens here is, do you plan to attend the card benefit? And please officially register here. But by doing this here, letting us know here that yes, you want to go kits mailed, what happens is when we do this, it gives us a whole umbrella picture of all the things that you want so that when we give you your email back, it doesn't let us miss something and say, oh man, now we told them a total, but it doesn't include this. And then they got to send us this. So that's why we're having things, cross-checking things, right? It helps us keep all of our ducks in a row. All right, so that's the card benefit. I didn't even show you the cards. Hang on. Ha, 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 ha. One moment, please. the count, right? All right, so now I know you just saw the Create and Play cards, and these are going to look similar, but they are different. They are absolutely different. There are 6 cards here, and they use the Paradise Garden paper because that paper is amazing. And it was really nice to get 6 different cards and use all of the DSP. And Catherine says the $5 is worth it. Wonderful. Hi, Mary Schreiber. Okay, so I've got the green one, which is like a baby card on a card. We've got our blueberry one, which features, so that blue paper. We've got a coral card, coral, right? That's got the little dragonflies on it. We have a green. So some of you might get green for this, and some of you might get blue, but there'll be a ladybug card. This paper right here is kind of, half of it's blue and half of it's green. So we had to be strategic. So some people will get blue cards and some will get more green cards. So, but there'll still be a ladybug with a leaf in a circle. And then we have our blackberry card that looks like this. So we had to pop in some of that foil. And then the last card is this guy. So we've got all the, like, think of the die cutters, you guys. They worked so hard. Mary Ann Savre from Green Bay stepped up and she's like, Chris, I'll help you with die cutting. What do you need? She helped with this. Anna Rebedu helped with this. Rhonda helped with this. Karen Wetstein helped. Like, so many people helped with die cutting. But can you imagine die cutting 192 of that, 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 100. So that, the little dragonfly has a body and wings. All this vellum, 192. So you guys, the helpers are like, they're amazing. They're priceless. And I really want all of their hard work not to be for nothing. So I'm really looking for 142 more people to sign up for the card benefit. All right. And then even with a little Velcro dot in there so that you can hold that card shut. So these are the card benefit cards. And again, you can pick your organization. It's between Healing for the Ages. You have the MS Society or the Autism Society. And how it works too, I'll keep track of it so that if you register for 2, 1, or 3 organizations and you get raffle tickets, let's say you get $20 worth of raffle tickets and you've picked the National MS Society, I'll put your $20 of raffle ticket money to that as well. Okay. So that spreadsheet is going to help me track all of that so that at the end, I don't have to get a paper and pencil out and start adding things. I'll have everything in a spreadsheet that's tabulated and ready to go. So I'm trying to make it easier. So by you guys filling out forms for me, it really does help me stay organized and on top of things. But then again, remember, Mary and Linda, I still forget things. Oh, I still do. So, all right, that's the card benefit. So you guys doing okay? We still have a few more things to go for April. And then we're going to roll through some other things that are coming up. So we have here, yes, I want that mailed. All right. We made it to the Fluttering Garden Paper Pumpkin. And Kelly did Paper Pumpkin class this morning. And she talked heavy about this because she put the paper pumpkin together. Now this one is going to be a little bit confusing. And I'm going to try to not have it be confusing. So the Fluttering Garden Paper Pumpkin is the March paper pumpkin that it was just mailed out to people in March, right? So now we're already starting to plan and get plan for April, right? So the March paper pumpkin, it was 3 designs and you made 3 of each card for a total of 9 cards. And what we did is we created a class that is called March Paper Pumpkin Altered and Edited with Christine and Kelly. So we're going to be doing this. I don't know if we do it every month, but for every paper pumpkin that we feel inspired by, we're going to create an alternative version for the class. And in this case, you can take, and you have 2 options. You have an option of getting, how do I want to word this? So in the thing, it says, do you want to make 3 as per the original paper pumpkin design and then convert your other 6 cards into other cards plus get 2 bonus cards? Or do you just want to convert the entire pumpkin into the alternative class? So you can pick one or the other, and how it works is there's different pricing for them. If you choose that you want to keep your 3 cards as intended as your 3 cards and then do the add-on for the other 8 cards, that's $20 plus shipping. And if you want to not make the other 3 cards as intended and you want to get 12 of our version of the cards, then it's $25 plus shipping this month. So you're going to see these cards. They're so pretty amazing. So I have the 4 there, and then I'm going to show you the originals, maybe right here. Okay, so we have the originals. So this is how Paper Pumpkin intended them to be. So you would make, this is if you open up your box and you put it together right now, this is what you got. Okay, and you'd have 3 of this one, 3 of that one, and 3 of this one. Basically, you're stamping a little bit on the backgrounds, and you're adding a sentiment to your label things. Like this is already printed. That's printed, and that they're already printed, I think, actually. And then you have your hummingbirds. I love hummingbirds. Absolutely love hummingbirds. So these are the cards as Paper Pumpkin originally like intended. So what we did is we took them apart and we zhuzhed them up. So like these guys right here, we flipped the circle over because we're like, yeah, I'm so grateful for you, but we'd rather have it be more universal. So we did hello, hello, hello. And we got your birds on, and we made a fun fold. So all 3 of these are fun folds, and this is like a double Z fold card, right? So completely made our own designer series paper there, and we used we cut these card bases up and we utilized them on the cards. So this is 1 card, and you'd be making 2 of it, okay? So that's one option. if you go with the original like that, right? So you want your 3 originals, and you'll make 2 of this one. You'll make 2 of this one. So this is basically that bird, and we changed it up and added our own little label and added a little embossing on here. And we made, again, our own designer series paper utilizing this piece right here. It's a little bit of blending and stamping. So we made our own designer paper. So that's 2. Card number 2. You'll make 2 of that one. And then we'll do this one next. This one, you're going to utilize 2 envelopes. And so we cut the envelope apart. We stamped a bird using the stamp set, and we put Hello Beautiful on here. And with it, we made it into, again, a fun fold. And this is for you to put a gift card in here. So what you do is a gift card will fit there, right? So when you open it up, boom, gift card holder. So fun fold again, right? So you would make 2 of this one. And the last card, you would make 2 of them. So this is another fun fold. So our goal with the altered and edited pumpkin classes is that they're all going to be fun folds. Like we're going to try to make them as fun folds as we can. And so this one right here, we took that card and made this card. And so your options are, how does that go like that? Your options are, option 1 is you're going to make 3 like this and then get 2 of each of these, like the card kits. Like we're going to cut the cardstock, we'll emboss, we'll die cut anything, and you need to use your pieces from your other 6 cards with these plus 2 envelopes. So then that's option. So that's $20 plus shipping is to get the extra 8 card kits basically. Now let's say you're like, yeah, I don't want them. They're great, but I'd rather have this. Your option number 2 is I don't want to make any of them as designed. I would like Kelly and Christine to kit up 3 sets of each of these cards for $25. So for the extra 4 card, yeah, Kelly's like, Chris, I think you underpriced that. And I'm like, yeah, maybe I did. Sorry. So, yep. So it's only $25 for, well, we have it priced as $25 for 3 sets, where then you wouldn't even put any of your originals together. And so that's how we have it worded here. If you have a paper pumpkin, did you need the, okay. Okay, so how it works, you guys, you have to have a paper pumpkin. If you got it from yourself, you can still buy the optional add-on class from us. If you did not buy a paper pumpkin and you want a paper pumpkin, we have 6 left. The paper pumpkin is $25. This kit is, so the paper pumpkin is $25. If you do nothing, it's just $25. If you want to buy a pumpkin from us, we've got it for $25. If you want to do the add-on class, it's either $20 or $25 plus shipping, depending on what you want for your option. So for those people who have their own pumpkin that you bought from yourself or from another demonstrator, and you still want to do the add-on class with us, you could get a packet and we would sell you the add-on class, right? So that's what we've got over here for options, and hopefully that helped to explain it. You either want one option where you're making the 3 per the original design plus 4 times 2, or you want option 2, which is not these, but 12 of these. So 3 of each of those. I'm going to go for option 2 because I want them all, and I don't want to make my cards like that. I want them to all look like this. So again, I'm missing something. We need to add on here. Do you want to add a box on? So you guys hold up. If you could wait until I need to make an option on here that you want the pumpkin box, because we have 6 pumpkins left. That needs to be a choice in here for I want with a box. So I have to add, I'm going to add a second question down here that says I want a box. And the first 6 people that say they want a box, they'll get the box. Okay. So if that doesn't concern you at all and you don't want a pumpkin like this at all, then you could, but I need to go, I'll add a little question down here that says add a pumpkin box or not. Okay. All right. It is helpful to know in advance which paper pumpkin you will do in our which so you can order extra in our subscription. You got it, Doris. Absolutely. So I'll show you that next. So that is the pumpkin. And so in your pumpkin, you guys, you'll get 2 for this month. There was a special extra stamp set because it's their anniversary, and you get a basic gray ink, and we didn't use gray at all. We used espresso and peacock in our cards. Okay, so that is what I have here for pumpkin. So Kelly will be teaching this class, like she teaches all the pumpkin classes, and I will say that we are doing something different with the pumpkins. only those people who register for this class will get the private YouTube online class. So it is not open to the whole entire community. She's trying to do something special with the pumpkin, and she wants to share it with those people who register for the entire class with us, okay? So if you bought the extra add-on class with us, you'll be provided with a private unlisted YouTube link, and you'll be able to watch that with her. We were not so on our A games with it for February. We had the link, and I think she shared it in one spot, but she didn't share it with everybody in a different spot. So only 8 people were watching with her. So we will make sure we got more of our ducks in a row so that you have advanced notice of it so that you could watch along with her when she's doing it. But those people who get the extra add-on class with her will be invited to that YouTube to watch that. Hi, Holly. And Barbara wants, so Barbara, if you want the box, just hold tight. As soon as I'm done with my live today, I will go in and I will update the form so that it says, do you want a box or not? Now, if more people want a box than what we have, I won't be able to help that so well, right? I can only give it to the first 6 people that sign up. And I might have one too, so it might actually be 7 boxes. Okay, so Judy Sharp says, oh, the paper pumpkin cards are so pretty. Good, good, good. So let's flip back down. So I'm going to insert a question here that says, do you want a box or not? Yes or no. And then now the next question is, please indicate if you plan to place any orders to get any of the classes for free. So there were a whole bunch of classes that you could get for free from me. And they were the sweet bundle. And like you might think, oh, I want to get Rose's technique class and I want to get the order-based class. So by you checking, that will help me know that you're planning to place an order so that when your order comes through, I can link it with those classes, right? So that's great. And then would you like to add any, hi Shirley Natali, would you like, oh, hi Elaine Peranio. Got in late. I don't see on the website yet where I can sign up for a Google form. I want to do. Okay, so it's there, Elaine. So I do have to. I'll check things after I'm done with my live, but it should be there. I'm in it right now, but that might be because I'm the owner of it. So, you guys, I have a hunch. It's already 4 o'clock that I am not going to be able to get to past classes. So I've been generally running out of time, but that's okay. It breaks it up. So I think I'm going to do a separate video for past classes, right? So Shirley Natalia, you're just joining now. I know you just got done with work, but I don't think I'm going to have time because Kelly's got class in here in a little bit, and I want to go through a few more things yet with everybody. So I'm going to do a separate video for past classes, and that section is right here. Would you like multiples of any classes? Would you like any past classes? Do you want any of my past paper pumpkins? This is open text, right? So you can write no, or you can say want to watch the video first. And let's say you want to watch the video, but get your submission in here then. Just send me a email following up with what classes you'd like from the past. Want to watch video first. Okay, so there we go. Then hit next. And all right, I've got a couple things here. If you still would like to get a Spring Palooza, I have 6 left. And you can register for it here and let me know if you want it. Yep, I want to get a to-go box. If you want to get any of the Winter Creative Escape that I did in January, I have 5. Out of 116, I have 5 left, right? So in this one, I had 96 and I have 6 left. So that's not so bad. I'd rather have them left than to have to tell people no, but I'm going to keep kind of showing you guys that I have these 2 events left in case anybody would still like one. So I'm going to go online with box mailed. And then I have tools. I'll show off all this stuff when I do my past classes, but I have caddies like this. There's ink erasers, there's rulers, there's adhesive erasers, there's cloth garbages that are hanging, and small glue holders. I'll show that off during the past classes, but you can always add any of that stuff here, but you don't, oh, you got to put no if you don't want anything. Next then, now, so Doris Munson was just asking about, hey, it'd be great to know if you're doing something in advance. So we're going to try to always have this section here. So this is pre-registration for May and beyond. By letting us know this, it'll help us determine better for forecasting. I don't have the event created for Stampin' Fun in the Sun yet, but I have the registration form filled out, or completed. So I should say ready for you to fill out. So when you click on here, it will take you into the Stampin' Fun in the Sun. This is the event that I do it's usually May or June. This year it's in May, and you can sign up for the Stampin' Fun in the Sun. So I do 3 huge events in person and online. So like an event where I do them both. I do the Winter Creative Escape in January, the Stampin' Fun in the Sun, excuse me, in May, and then the Autumn Creative Escape in the fall. So if you want to pre-register for this already, that will be great. The event is going to be coming soon. I have it on my docket to do it by next week. All right, so there is just a click here to register. Now, Doris, this one's for you. Lakeside Retreat Paper Pumpkin Altered and Edited class to be held in May. No, we haven't designed it. We haven't even seen it. We don't know what we're going to do with it yet. We might only offer it as like 2 sets times 4. We might offer it as 3 sets times 4. It just depends on what the original design is and how we're inspired with it. But you could pre-register by telling us you want the April box with a class packet, or you want just the class packet. So that is already here. So you're like, yep, I want the class packet for certain. I don't care what you design. I love it. I love it. I love it. And nope, I need the box with it. So put that. So that is a pre-registration for April's Paper Pumpkin additional, like our altered and edited class. Kelly and I are in the midst of creating a Memories and More class that isn't even on the calendar. It's going to be the Sale-a-bration Expressions Memories and More card class. And we're going to be doing that in May. And so you can, that includes the Memories and More pack. It includes the Berry Burst ribbon. It will have gems, and you'll make about 15 cards with the Memories and More pack with us. And you could already pre-register. And I will have to say that if you pre-register for something and you change your mind, that's okay. You are a stamper, and you're allowed to change your mind. That's just in our nature. So if you register for something, and then we come back to you in May and say, hey, we've got your registration ready to go, and it includes this, this, and this, you might come back and say, oh, I changed my mind. And we'll be like, okay, we'll take you off. No worries. Okay? So you can say, yes, I want it. Okay. Then Kelly talked about this on her live this morning. It's called Silly Old Friends, but it's the Winnie the Pooh set. So would you like to pre-register for the Winnie the Pooh Silly Old Friends Stamp-a-Stack class? Yes or no? And yes with like full thing, or if you're on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, you could take team pricing. And I'm like, oh, I'll do the team pricing on this one. Okay. All right, some other things that are going to help me plan. We're into a new catalog. It's called the May through August catalog. Stampin' Up! Changed their catalogs. There's going to be 3 a year, and they are January through April, May through August, and September through December, right? So still 3. There's no mini. This is like a cross between a mini and an annual catalog, and it's still I'm going to still do 3 DSP samplers a year with each of those catalogs, and they will include the March online exclusives, the July. So it'll include all the online exclusives like it has been as well. So by signing up here for the DSP sampler, that'll let me know that you want a DSP sampler. And then are you also interested in some product shares? You guys, I haven't determined pricing on these yet. I haven't even worked. I mean, all I did was list stuff. So do you want any product shares? I know there are people that will get every share from me every time. And this is your opportunity to let me know. Do you want the DSPs? Do you want the ribbons? Do you want the embellishments? Or there's an option here, I want the whole shebang. And when you get the whole shebang, it includes a class offered for free. Now, the class is for May. This is stuff for May. So if you pick the whole shebang here, you can't pick an April class. It's a May class, and I should probably put that in there. Okay, so that's product shares. You can also tell me if you're interested in getting any sweet shares. This is something we started last summer, and you guys have been loving it. It includes a half a pack of DSP, 2 sheets of each of the coordinating cardstocks, a half a pack embellishments, 2 yards of ribbon, and if there's foil or if there's some other thing that's consumable in the suite, we include either a fifth or a half a package of it. And these are all the suites that are launching between March and May. And so I know you probably are thinking, I don't even know what half of these are. Well, that's okay for now. If you do know, you can definitely let me know. And if you don't know, this will be also an option for in May's registration. And by then I'll have pricing, and then by then you'll have your catalogs, and you'll also have access to the online store so that you can see what the suites look like. But if anybody does know now what they want for their suite shares, you can fill that in. And then also the Beekeeper's Guide is updated right now with version 6, but by next month we'll have version 7 shared. And if you are somebody who likes the digital copy, you can click here and it'll take you to the version. If you're a customer of mine or somebody who buys product or takes classes with me, if you're on my team, this is something that Kelly's put together now for over 1.5 years, and it includes everything. It is your one-stop resource for everything that is for purchase that we are aware of. And it's really cool because in the beginning, there's hyperlinks that take you right to my favorite section, the ribbon and the trim. I love that, and I love embellishments. Who would have ever thought we have that much for embellishments, right? All your adhesives are in one section. So this is the combination of catalogs mixed with the online exclusives. We make our own catalog. And so if you are a customer of mine and you don't have access to this, you need to reach out to me so I can give you access. So let's see where my form went, right there. So I can give you access. Now, some people do like printed. Now, I technically can't sell this to you as printed, but I can hook you up with my printer, and my printer will gladly print it if you want to pay for a printed copy, because it costs money to print things, right? So a lot of people print it at home. A lot of people use it from their phone or tablet. But if you want a printed copy, I don't know if I have one down here, back to back, that's spiral bound with plastic over the top, you have to fill this out right here. And this is for the May version, which will have the new annual stuff. And then I just have a little section here for Stampin' on the Seas with Cards by Christine. If you have any questions or need me to know anything about it, you can just type an answer. It's not mandatory. But if you want information on it, you just have to click here and it'll take you right to the event. Okay, hit next. Oh, I didn't put no. Haha. Okay, so hit next. Go to the next screen. And then it says, do you want to do shipping or in-person porch pickup? I'm going to do shipping, even though I live here. And then how do you plan to send money, right? These are all the different options. I'm going to use Zelle because I absolutely love Zelle. And where can you find me? You guys, you're not done. So many people get here and they stop. Please don't stop here. Please just scroll through to the next button and then scroll through to the next button and hit submit. The key thing is you have to hit submit. If you don't hit submit, it stays here in la la land until you actually go back and see that it never submitted and all your answers generally save. It's happened to a few people. We're not done because there's another class that I do on a monthly basis. It's called Mystery Card Night. So just know that with Mystery Card Night or Share a Recipe, Create a Card, Inspire Others, those two classes are classes that I do where there are no kits for them and you just show up and watch how to make the cards or, projects. The other thing that we also do are kit classes. So Kelly just did this class yesterday, actually. You guys, if you didn't see these things, holy Moses. These are the clipboards. These are the clipboards. Those are the biggest. Huh, she didn't even peel the backs off. I wonder why she didn't peel the backs off, but I'm going to do the honors. So these are these clipboards. This is one of the new kits that became for sale. And you can buy the clipboards are a separate thing. And then the kit is called Radiant Reminders Kit. So Kelly did this yesterday. She'll show you what this is all about. And then she has another kit that's coming up next week, Tuesday, that she'll be putting together with you called Every Little Thing. So Stampin' Up! Launches about 2 to 3 kits every month. And she is tasked with that responsibility of showing you what the kits are all about. Because if you don't see them, you might not realize how amazingly awesome they are. So this is decoration. This is wall decoration. You can, or desk decoration. You can stand them up. The clipboards are pretty intense. They're about 1/4 inch thick. Okay, so those are other things. But like the kit class, you guys, you don't have to sign up or register for that. That's just a show up and watch how we put some things together so that you can see if you want to buy them. If you buy the kits through me or Kelly, then with me, you can pick some free classes. All right, so we've already did our registration form. What else? I have one class here for Carissa. Oh, let me show you this really quick, just to let you guys know this too. Just saw you on YouTube. I will enjoy the replay after. It's perfect. How do you keep everything straight? It's a $1 million question. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes I surprise myself. So tonight's class, you guys, I'll be live at 6 p.m. So in less than 2 hours, I'll be live and I'm going to be doing the Easter Joy card class with you. I have about 20 sets of this class left too. I mean, it might not make it for Easter cards now because I could just add these to your package in April. You could always save them for next year, but I've got that class tonight. And then, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to put the March IPS in. So we have on Monday night, I'll be live with the Cute as a Bug IPS class. We are doing a waiting list for this. I have 8 people on the waiting list already. I'm trying to debate if we make 12 more or 16 more. So Kelly's doing this in person tonight. She's got enough supplies for tonight. And then I'm going to do it online on Monday and this one. So if you guys want to sign up for this one, this is something that we're going to be able to offer again in May, right? I have a few people that I missed Mary and Linda that I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to just figure out how we're going to do it to get them theirs earlier. But for anybody else, we have a waiting list, and you could add this class to your May shipment. And so I need to add that as an option for the May stuff. So, and then here's this cute little card. What they're having a little insect picnic with a little butterfly bringing in some love. So I'm doing this class on the 30th, but if you missed getting registered for kits, this is going to be available. It's just that the gems are out of stock until the end of April, and the Rick Rack ribbon is out too. I know we can kit these up next week, so if anybody wants to get this class potentially mailed in April and you don't care if you get the ladybugs and want to pick a different gem, or you want to or pick a different ribbon, I could get you the card kits with the DSP, and then you could do a different ribbon and different gem, and I'd make that work for you too. So, all right, so that is next week, Monday, and then kitting up more. I will add it I'm going to add it as an option in the thing. So the pumpkin box and the March IPS, get on the wait list for that. I also have here, Carissa sent me this. She didn't tape it down because she needed to add a photo. Well, that's okay. One moment, please. We can fix that. Here, there's the guy. See? Now we're back on track. Didn't mess Kelly up. She won't even know unless you tell her. Okay, so Carissa does a class here. It's called Something Old, Something New, April of 2026. And she does porch pickup from the hive. She does these on a YouTube channel. So she's got some really pretty beachy lighthouse inspired cards. So Carissa Alberts is on my team, and I love to promote my team when I can if they bring me their classes when I do my showcase. So this is coming up. She's got it in April of 2026. If you register for the class, she'll let you know when she's doing the video on her own YouTube channel. So she does it like me, where everything's die cut, and everything's embossed. And so that's Carissa's class. I have one more upcoming class here to show you yet too. Hang on. One moment, please. One moment. I'm coming. Oh my gosh. So I have team members that love doing classes, taking in my footsteps here. So I'm going to share some of this stuff with you too, really quick. So we have here a class that Julie Bierschbach is hosting. That was March is past. Okay, so we have Julie Bierschbach has a class coming up in May, and she's using lovely. So these are other people on my team who teach classes, and I always tell them I would be more than happy to show them as long as they have their stuff here. So I'm trying to remember here. This is Julie Bierschbach. Okay, so Julie Bierschbach is Be Creative card class. She's got her May class here, and her information is there. She's doing this class featuring lovely arrangements. So you could get these if these inspire you. You could get these. You definitely need to have flower stamps. So that's Julie's May Be Creative class. Her April Be Creative class. So she teaches her online classes on my YouTube channel, right? So I try to make it easy for her to do her classes. So she teaches in person here in the Hive, and she does on my YouTube channel, and then in her house, she actually hosts some stuff too. So this is Julie's Be Creative class featuring notes and totes, basically, and then Charming Day was used as well. So if you want to get these classes from anybody on my team, you're going to have to reach out to them directly. And then I requested the form to register. Oh, game night here. Yep. So I'll take a look at that. Susan, game night form. That should not have to need access. So I'll fix that. And then I also have here, you guys, Karen Forward does classes as well. She made this sampler. It's called a Summer Fun in the Sun sampler. She's teaching the class April 20th in the Hive here. The cost is $24 and the frame is not included. So you get all the bits and parts and pieces to make this sampler. So pretty. You will need some stamps. It looks like some lemonades and some birdhouses are definitely stamped, but otherwise everything is die cut for you. So in some sand, it looks like you need to stamp. So that's Karen Forward's sampler. Karen Forward also is doing another class in person on May 1st, making these stationery boxes. And you could choose between the lavender or the lovely florals here. And how these work is the top comes off. And it's got tags, little baby cards, 4 big cards. It has matching envelope, it's got envelopes that match the size here. And then there's a calendar. And so this class, I'm taking it with her on May 1st, actually. So if anybody's local and wants to come do class with me, Annette and I are taking that on May 1st with her. And then here's the lavender one. Right? And then that just needs the calendar. I think she was short on calendars, so she was saving them for all of those that she needs to make. So that's a Karen Forward collage here of stuff that she's doing. And I think that might be it. I know it's March yet. I don't know if this passed or not. You'd have to reach out to Carissa, but she had a Brushed with Beauty class. You either get, these are the same layout, but different color palettes. And then that one, and then these two. So that's the Brushed with Beauty class that Carissa's got. Now, if you're wondering about where do you get the people's information that I'm talking about for classes, one of the spots that's where you can find it is on my website here. When you go to cardsbychrisb.com and you go under the resources, the first section here is announcements and what's up. And then under resources, there's a calendar. And on the calendar here at the top of each month, there is a section that has our information. So I've got Diane's there, Julie's phone number, Gina's, Carissa's, Rose Coleman's, Kelly's, Karen Forward, and Shelly Schultz. So all of these gals are on my team, or Rose is my colleague, and they're teaching classes with me now in the Hive. So we've really expanded and have lots of people wanting to share creativity and inspiration with you guys and in person here. So, okay. Wendy wants to be the big kit, wants to be on the big kit, please. Okay. Is that the paper pumpkin that you wanted all, like the paper pumpkin and the class kit? And okay, is the bug paper still out of stock? Sherry Otten, I don't know. I'd have to look if the bug paper is out of stock. I know it was out. It was on low inventory, and then I think it came back in. So I can pull it up and look and see if it is. So I just went to the online store, and it shows that it's available. Okay, so it's not out of stock. It's currently available at the moment. So these are so cool. I love that box. Yeah, Jane, that box is pretty amazing. Okay, so we have, I think, talked about every class that is available for April, and a lot that's for my team members. We went through the registration form. So if you guys are watching and you want to do the registration form, just give me 10 minutes and I will add in there about the March IPS. I will figure out the game night. I'll figure out why you guys are not, some of you are seeing it and some aren't, and then also the pumpkin box. I got to add that. So I need 10 minutes to figure that out, and then it should be good to go. Okay. So what is the kit called for the charity? That is called the card benefit. So when you are wondering about the card benefit, if you go to my events calendar, so on my website, if you go under events, the date to remember for it is April 25th. It's called Card Making Benefit with Cards by Christine. So the kit is called the Card Making Benefit Kit. That's what you would call that class, that event, that class. And that is it. So, and just know we still are looking for some people to donate some materials. We need about 6 more or 8 more packs of cardstock, some more rhinestones, and donations for envelopes yet. So if anybody wants to donate yet for materials, we have some left that need donating. And what happens is, because all of that is being donated, we can donate the full amount, either the $40 or $45. All of that will get donated. We don't keep anything back here for the work that we put into it. Basically, it's a straight donation. So it's called Card Making Benefit Kit. Can you talk about the difference between Fun in the Sun and Paper Palooza? Yeah. So the Fun in the Sun is usually four mini classes, and they're a combination of cards, 3D projects, scrapbooking-ish type things. Like I did a scrapbooking card that did flips, right? So I do 4 mini classes that aren't specifically geared towards cards. And it includes, the similarities are, each event gets an attendance gift. Each event gets pillow gifts. Each event gets a PDF tutorial of all the projects. Each one gets a commemorative pin. There's a goodie bag in each one of them. For the Fun in the Sun, it's generally full sheets of designer series paper, the equivalent of 2 full packs. You get 2 full packs of gems, you get ribbons, right? So the goodie bag is geared different, and it's all used in your projects. The goodie bag for the Palooza consists of a DSP sampler sized at 6 by 12. So you get basically a half a sheet of every DSP that is available. And then what we do is we showcase the designer series paper. So for the Palooza, the projects are they're cards. So the first Palooza we did was 21. That's because it was just way too much. And we were trying to incorporate everything from the beginning of time. So the next Palooza that we did was for the fall, and it had 14 different sets of designer paper. So we made 14 cards. And then this last Palooza, we opted for 16 cards. So it was all cards, and each card features at least one of the designer series papers or specialty papers. So it's always cards, right? No 3D projects, no scrapbooking, anything, cards. So it's a paper party, basically, is what it is. And so there's similarities, but yet differences between them. The Paper Palooza is only offered basically virtual. If you are local to me, I do pick a day where you can come and do your stamping, but I don't advertise that. I only let the people that are local to me know that they can come and do their stamping. We do have, for both cases, the projects are all aired on a YouTube unlisted link to people who register for each of the events. So you can still watch all of the process of making the projects, right? So that's the same. But for Stampin' Fun in the Sun, you could come in person and be with me for the whole entire day, where Palooza is basically offered virtually only, where Stampin' Fun in the Sun is virtual and it's in person. So how much was the box kit? Okay, so which box kit? Are you talking about Paper Pumpkin? So Jane, I just showed off like 6 boxes. Paper Pumpkin box. I showed off 2 kit boxes. I talked about other boxes, so I don't know. You'll have to let me know which box kit. Did you see my PayPal donation for the events? Yes, Shirley and Natalie. I think I did, but I haven't processed it yet. You guys, I'm so far behind on emails since Long Beach that it's not even funny. I have a stack of mail this tall yet to go through, and my goal is to get through all of that stuff in the next 2 days so that we can start with April being fresh and clean slate. So, sorry, another question. The completed cards, are these done? No creating on our own. That's correct. So, Nashua, if you want the completed cards for a $45 donation plus shipping, you open up the cards and it's ready to go. So, meaning like, where are they? Your cards would be completed. So you'd take them out and they would look just like that. And like my girls are spot on that they make the cards identical. We make them as a group basically. And we go through and we stamp together, we assemble together. Quality control looks at every one of them. They don't leave here without them looking just like this. So if you did make a $45 donation, you'd have the 6 completed cards and 6 envelopes. Yep. And then you could still also get it in the raffle if you wanted to as well. So, okay, and Kimberly, I think you said, thank you. So I think that was in response to me answering. Hopefully that explains it. So, okay. 421. Okay. Oh, you guys, I missed a class. I missed an entire class. I just looked over. I don't even have the in-color retirement class in here. Ha ha. One more class, in color retirement. Hang on, so you guys don't fill out the form yet. Okay, wait. we have an in-color retirement class, and it's not even in the form. I completely missed it. So each year in April, I go through and I do an in-color retirement class, and I make 2 sets because the designer of how the designer series paper works. So one is a stripy pattern and one's a splotchy pattern. So you'll get 1 set or you'll get the other set, and I make 20 of each one. So it really features the one. So Jane says the one with the calendar. What is the kit with the Oh, you're talking about, that's Karen Forward's class. You're talking about this kit. This is Karen Forward's class. So you will have to reach out to Karen Forward. And if you want to take a screenshot of this right here, this has got Karen Forward's phone number and email address, fortiffre@hotmail.com. This is her class. I don't get involved in other people's classes except for I show them off and share them with you. So for this is the In Color Retirement class. You get 5 cards. It's $22 or free with a $60 order. And you'll get a card for each of the In Colors that are retiring, which is Petunia Pop and Shy Shamrock, Summer Splash, Pretty in Pink, and Peach Pie. So again, they look the same, but they're just slightly different because of the stripy paper on the left. And with this, though, you definitely need some stamps. This white piece will be blank, and what we used was the flower here from Simply Beautiful, and we used that leaf. And then we used the words here from Lovely Arrangements. So we used Hello Friend, Thank You, and Sending Smiles. I think we did a combination of just 2 of them, actually. So this is another class that you could get for free with an order, or you can buy it. And it includes a little ribbon and the matching gems here. So Susan already sent her form. So Susan, oh no, I have to add the In Color Retirement. So I should actually make the form not available and figure it out and then put it back in there. I think that's what I'll do. So yes, so the In Color Retirement, you guys, did you notice? I found that it wasn't even in the form. So I will have to, I'm going to redo that. I might just pull the, I think what I'm going to do for a moment, you guys, I'll pull the form out of the folder so you guys don't have access to it. I'll make my fixes and then I'll put it back in so that nobody else risks filling it out. And Susan, you'll have to let me know if you want to redo it when I fix everything, or if, because I can always delete it, and then if you don't mind taking 2 more minutes and just going through and redoing it, that might be the easiest thing to keep a clean slate so that nothing's wrong. So, but I'm going to pull that out right now so that nobody else can get their form in really quick. So yes, Jane, perfect. So that's Karen Forward. Yep. You can reach out to her. She'd be happy to help you with getting that class if you'd like it. If they're past classes, you guys, I have the pumpkins that are over here too. If you ever see pumpkins in the back behind me, these are available for purchase too. So, all right. So Kelly, you already sent in your form. You guys, I think what I'm going to do for anybody that has already put a form, I'm going to delete them, and then I will do a mass announcement out via Facebook and via my email when the form is up and running. And so, yeah, because I'm going to pull it out of the folder it's in so that you can't access it, and then I'll put it back in when it's there and ready. So, all right, you guys, that was a lot. I think I'm going to sign off. And when I know when I'm going to do the past class showcase, I will definitely put that out there too into the universe so you guys know what time it is at. So Shirley Natali, just so you know, I'm not going to do the past classes right now. I'm running a little bit crunched on time, and so I'm going to find an hour and a half or so when I have time tomorrow or Saturday to do the past class showcase, and then we'll go through them with you. Okay, that sounds perfect. All right, I like perfect. Perfect sounds amazing. So, all right, we did it. You guys, I don't know about you, but I didn't really have any buffering. So when I look at this and it shows me here at the end, I feel as though I caught up really great. So it must be nice that I have this new technology here. So, all right. Well, I appreciate everybody sticking through with me here to see what we got coming up. Definitely, like, probably one of the biggest showcases of upcoming stuff that we have in a very long time. It's just a lot. So the number, in case you guys are wondering, I counted 39 cards is what we designed for the month of April for class cards. That was a lot. So in case anybody still was curious what that number was, I just remembered that I never told you. So 39, and that might not even include, we have a sale-a-bration celebration coming up later in April, and I also have a team meeting, and we have cards for the team meeting as well. So Might even be over 39. And that didn't include Rose's technique cards either, because I don't personally design them myself. So yeah, it's closer to about 45 cards that we'll have a unique here. So, and Margine had no buffering, and no buffering for Wendy either. Wonderful. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to sign off because I'll be live with you again at 6 o'clock. So that's in about an hour and a half, and I'll see you then. All right. Lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. We'll see you later. Bye.